Good morning, y'all. I am out here today with my good friend Colby Gentry of Panhandle Slam Outdoors. He has brought his Old Town Autopilot, which is actually my old kayak, and I am fishing off of his buddy Sean's kayak today. So out here on the Old Towns, and we're just going to be doing a little bit of dock fishing. The bull reds, got giant bull reds, flounder, and big speckled trout in the area. So we're going to get out here, see if we can get on some today. Y'all stay tuned. Let's have a great day. Not too long ago, fishing a tournament and just got onto some really nice fish in this area, and we caught them using the white minnow of death HOODWINK. So that's what we're going to get started off with today. If y'all want to check these lures out, I will have them linked down below. They are pretty awesome. Running that on a 1/4 ounce jig head, and we're kind of in a slack tide cycle right now, which is what we want because the current really just streams through this area and it's hard to fish whenever the tide is falling or incoming. So got a really good kind of stale tide right now, and we're just going to throw up close around these docks. I got a feeling we're going to catch a couple. Got them. Fish on. That's going to be a speck. Come here. Yeah, it is. All right, first fish of the morning. Probably barely a keeper, and we are keeping today. I do want to, there he goes. I do want to put a catch and cook together for y'all, but I'd like to get some good 19 inchers or so, something with some nice meaty fillets for the recipe that I want to do today. So I got a lot of confidence that we're going to be able to find some bigger fish, so not worried about letting that one go at all.
This is a good one.
Colby is hooked up to a giant trout back there on the HOODWINK. Oh, he's throwing the same thing I am. He's got a 20+ incher back there. Y'all, he's got a solid fatty right there. I think he's gonna let that one go. It's probably sitting around 22, 23 inches. Yeah, dude, that's a freak. That one's bigger than I thought, dude.
Big.
He's 24, 25 inches.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your PB?
26.5.
What a fish,
Y'all
dude.
check 'em out.
What a way to start the day, man.
Put this board. See what we got here, man. This might be my PB.
That's 26, dude.
26 inches.
God,
Check it out.
dude.
Hey, Nate put me on him right there, guy. We ain't been out here 5
Not
minutes.
5 minutes, man.
Y'all
What a
check
stud.
that beautiful fish right
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's get a good release on this girl. We ain't gonna keep this one. We are gonna be keeping a couple. Try to do a catch, clean, and cook.
There he is. Come here. Oh, foul hooked. Is that a white trout? Yeah, I hooked a white trout under the gill. Sorry about that, little buddy. This area right here is loaded with white trout right now, which brings in a lot of your bigger fish, your bull reds, bigger trout. Sometimes Jack Crevalle. They'll come in here and they're eating on those white trout. But we're just gonna keep on working around until we can find us a good pile of fish. Got him. There we go. Not a big one. I think that was a white trout. Got him. Fish on, biggin'. Oh, giant. I just lost a stud. Oh my gosh, that's gonna sting. He was right on the surface. Got him. That's a biggin'. Come here. Come here. Get your butt over here. All right. Now that is a decent speckled trout right there, y'all. First good one on the day. Yeah, probably sitting around 19 inches or so. I think we're gonna be taking this guy back to the house. There we go. We're gonna go ahead, put this guy on a stringer behind us. And y'all check this out. We left our cooler at the house and Colby had some string and some zip ties in the truck. So that's what we're gonna use to keep our trout nice and fresh. And we'll just feed that just like that right there. And we will feed this guy, put him back in the water and tie him up. Those last couple of fish, the one I lost and one we just caught, come right off here. We have fished a lot of this area and it just really come up empty. So I figure these fish got to be stacked up somewhere, and that might be the spot right here. Got him. Come here. There we go. Another speck. I think that's a speck, or is that a white? Ah, it's a white. It's taking some big old mouths full of water though. There's no shortage of these guys in here. Got him. Good one. Good fish. Come here. I gotta get him out. Don't run drag on me. That might be a red or a good trout. Is that a white trout? My gosh. Dude, he was charged up, man. Look at the size of that white trout, y'all. I mean, he was holding down and trying to pull into that dock, which if y'all come out here and fish a lot, y'all know that white trout fight pound for pound way harder than speckled trout. A little white trout will make you think you got something decent on. And that right there is a nice little chunk. I think I am going to throw him on the stringer. Current's starting to pick up a little bit. We're kind of easing our way back towards the truck now, hoping we can stick a couple more in this last little canal. As we go into winter right now, I want to hear from y'all real quick. What are y'all's favorite lures to fish in the wintertime? And then also, y'all that continue to watch the channel, y'all kind of see what I throw. If y'all have any lures that y'all would like to see me try and throw, comment that down below. And yeah, I'll go check them out. I'll buy a couple, come out here, see if we can catch some fish on them. But yeah, overall, really just want to see what y'all are out there throwing to catch these fish. Come here, come here. That's a good speck there. All right, we got us another speckled trout, y'all. It's heating up. Which we didn't have any current this morning coming through here. We had a little bit when he caught the big one, but right after that, that current really started to stop. And now that the water's moving through, I can see it off the docks right there. We should be able to put some more of these guys on the stringer. In deeper water like we are right now, sitting around 5-6 feet, I let it get down just a little bit, and I like to just pick it up and reel down. I want to say all of our fish have come on this retrieve. Now, when things are kind of dead, I do mix it up a lot, and I'll do that. It's another real common retrieve I like to do, is where I just kind of do a little double pop. But we're going to get back in here tight to these dots, see if we can get another one. All right, y'all, we're back at the house now, getting ready to whip up a nice little meal, setting our trout up here. That is a 16.5-inch white trout right there. Really thick shoulders on it, so we're going to eat that guy as well. And we got this 19-inch speckled trout right here, and then we got this 17.5. Did end up losing probably about a 23, 24 if I could guess. It was a big one, but Colby, you got stud this morning. Like, first thing, y'all saw it, first 5 minutes out there, stuck a doggone 26-incher on a white minnow death hoodwink. So awesome. But I'm gonna show y'all how I clean these speckled trout, and in my opinion, speckled trout is probably the easiest of all the fish to clean. They don't have a whole lot of like real big scale structure. So we'll make easy work of this and we'll head out to the back porch, whip something up. You know, we gotta have our sword fillet knife right here. And we are just gonna come down that trout just like that right there. And once we get to that bone, we're just gonna work right on along the edge of the spine right there. Now, one thing you really got to look for on speckled trout is to make sure you don't go through the spine. It's really easy to do. And I'm not somebody that's like super fast with cleaning fish. I never try to just get carried away. I try to take my time, get as much meat as I can, and we just work down that fish just like that. Checking, making sure we're still on line. Now, here's where things get a little bit different than what you would normally do with other fish. When you get to a speckled trout, you never go all the way through the tail. You leave a little bit on there so you can just throw that meat over just like that. And that allows you to get up under that skin real easily and get that fillet off your skin. And same thing like before, we take a swipe, lift up, make sure we're following a good little path right there, and bingo, that's pretty much it. As you can see, we left no meat behind here, no meat there either. And kind of finish this off, you do got your rib cage right there, a little belly meat, and we'll just slide that off right there. Now, one more thing you got to do is right along this edge, you're going to have some pin bones. So you just come in here and we'll notch those pin bones out just like that. And we got us a nice, beautiful speckled trout fillet. We'll get the rest of them cleaned up. We'll see y'all on the back porch. Our cast iron skillet out here, got our burner going, flames going to that. The first thing I want to do, just take some old hamburger buns right here. We're gonna spread some mayo on it, and I want to get a good toast on my buns before I start putting fish and everything else in this pan. All right, we're just gonna take some blue, oh my gosh, oops. All right, blue plate, only the best. There's really only, in my opinion, two acceptable forms of mayonnaise: blue plate or Dukes. The Hellmann's can stay at the house. It ain't worth the crap. I like blue plate, but if you have Dukes, it is acceptable. We'll take it. But you could use butter here. I just think mayonnaise, it makes just an awesome kind of crust for like a good bun that's going to be toasted, right? So we got our mayonnaise down. We're gonna go ahead and lay these down on the cast iron, get them toasted real quick, and then we'll be putting our fish on. Little peek, nobody wants burnt bread. Do a little rotate right there, because some of those buns are, yeah, that one's just about right. Yeah, that one's not even close. All right, so while our buns are going, we're gonna use the old Blackstone as a table, and we're just gonna take some Compass Point Blend Cajun seasoning. They are out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. We gotta support our local people, and they make an amazing product. So we're just gonna dust our fish, give a little squirt of lemon on there, do a little flip, and we repeat. And get out of here. All right, gotta be careful because that's all the buns we have. And come right on over to our fish. Are we oiled up down there? You know what, we gotta add one extra little step. We do got our bacon grease, and we'll go down with a nice little dollop of bacon grease, because bacon grease makes everything better. And if you're not saving your bacon grease, well, you're just missing out. Scoop up our fish right there. Oh yeah, the sizzle sells. And we'll let that roll. Now all we're looking to do is just see that kind of color. You got our thickest part of our fillet right here. So when we're getting color climbing more than halfway through that fillet, we'll do a simple little flip. Probably 3 minutes on each side. This is a pretty thick fillet of trout. Hey, we're getting just about ready for a flip here. Now these are going to be sandwiches, so if they fall apart, not the end of the world. That is looking good, dude. Now, here's a cheat code. If you go to flip, you see I'm missing a little bit on my fish right there that's stuck. It wasn't ready to flip. If it's ready to flip, it'll release just fine. So I may have flipped that just a little prematurely, but that ain't gonna hurt nothing at all. So we'll leave that right there, let it finish off. And while it is, we'll just take the other half of that lemon, get a good little squeeze in there. You don't want to do this first because lemon has sugar in it and it will burn in the bottom of your pan. So you don't want it sitting in there, you know, for 15 minutes just burning and stuff. And we can put it on right now because we're just about ready, and we got to get that lemon out of here. All right, let's go ahead and plate up our fish. I told y'all it was gonna fall apart, and it did, but that's all right. We'll just stack it up right here. Should have made tacos. Nah, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect, dude. It's not often you get trout that is that thick, right?
That is a nice trout.
That, dude, that is a thick 19-inch trout right there. All right, so got our fish, got our buns. We're gonna keep it super simple. We got pickles, mayo, some sliced tomato, just a little bit of lettuce, give it some nice crunch. So we'll go ahead, grab our bun. And let's see how we're gonna do this. We're gonna make it a little messy, I guess. Grab some fish. Oh man. Throw a little bit of lettuce on top of that. Hit it with some tomato. I feel like this is like a camp style meal. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. It's like just kind of slapped together real fast. Minimal stuff. Flies buzzing all around the food, you know. Now, I do have a wife and small children, so that's why I cook outside a lot, but it's the fall time right now. It's like 90, maybe 70 degrees out here. Feels really, really good, so just slap on some mayo right there. And there's only one thing left to do. Pick up the pieces. Oh, look at that right there. I mean, that looks awesome. So, going for a bite. That's superb, man. Citrus punches through. Season is always good. It's just simple, and it tastes amazing. One more bite. That's phenomenal.
All right, guys, I got my sandwich put together. About to go in for a bite. I kind of flattened mine down a little bit, but it looks amazing. You can really taste that lemon. It's good. Really, really good. Nice and simple. I don't know how you get much better.
What else do you say about a fish sandwich?
That's what I'm...
All right, so just smashed that sandwich. I mean, it's 3 o'clock right now. That was like, other than like a greasy gas station corn dog that I grabbed, that's the only thing I've eaten all day. So I was like, not wanting to go to the store. I was thinking like on the way home, like, what do I have at the house? Hamburger buns, simple condiments, seasoning.
Yep.
Like super easy, and probably took all of 10 minutes to cook everything up. So anyways, I hope y'all did enjoy this catch and cook. I enjoyed seeing Colby catch a giant trout first thing this morning. So awesome. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. If y'all would, hit that like button, comment with any questions, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see y'all next time.